Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Well, for those of you watching the show, Brent is not in the full picture here this morning.
I like that.
I think it was from moving around last week when we were celebrating St. Patty's Day.
Oh, you don't have to adjust the camera. It's fine.
No,
let me adjust. I'll just lean back. That way
lean
way
forward.
we got perfect. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Hi. Good morning.
How's that? There you are.
That looks pretty good, actually. Well centered.
Thanks. It's kind of got a mind of its own, so it. Oh man, I tell you, there's so many things this is a power pack show today. Folks, just get ready. There's a lot of things that we need to cover here today.
Okay.
First of all, first day of spring.
Yes.
March 20th. Officially arrived at 5:24 Eastern Time today.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that it had an actual time that it arrived.
Yes.
Oh.
Equinox.
Okay.
It's when most of us get exactly 12 hours of daylight today, no matter what time zone you're in. It's going to be a pretty nice day. I mean, for this time of year, it's going to be pretty good. After the windy weekend we had, yesterday it was warm and pleasant if you were on the backside of the barn.
Yeah,
but,
it was windy.
If you were out in the open, it was a little dicey. Anyway, this is the first day of spring, and everybody should be kind of happy about that, even though it's just on the calendar. We have forecasts that's talking about a little snow later on this week, but that's kind of typical for the month of March. So we're looking forward to covering anything that comes up in that way. Also, International Day of Happiness.
Oh, nice.
This is United Nations International Day of Happiness, part of a global campaign encouraging people to support the UN's humanitarian efforts, making lives around the world better and less misery out there. And this is probably the most important one of what we're going to be. Now, it's close. I've got some alien information. But
good.
Before we get to the aliens, this is World Flower Day.
World Flower Day. Okay.
Flour, as in grain, is what most of the world survives on. And we don't really think about that here in the U.S. because most of us, and I underline most of us, are not scratching for our next meal to survive. We may be scratching for our next meal, but maybe not to survive, out in the open and some of the things that the people out there are dealing with in other parts of the world. But that's not new because flour has been important for survival for about 30,000 years. Anthropologists believe that without flour, the human race may not have survived this long, probably wouldn't have survived this long without flour. All of the things that were made throughout the years with flour fed the world. Grain, wheat, that sort of thing. Also, this is, as we mentioned, the first day of spring, and I don't know why they mentioned. I guess because it's a day to renew your relationships.
Oh, is it now?
Spring is fresh and new and starting all over again.
So are we going to renew our relationship today, Dave?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Why would we want to do that?
Yeah.
National Proposal Day. This falls on the first day of spring. So,
really?
Yeah, a lot of spring feelings. How do I want to put this? We're not animals, but spring, birds, and they kind of get the idea of love.
Okay. They don't propose to one another, though, do they?
Well, we don't know.
Oh.
Geese mate forever.
Oh.
There's a lot of animals that when they mate, they stay together until death do them part.
I see.
So we don't know that for sure.
All right.
But with humans, it's supposed to remind us that a successful marriage or partnership requires equality and balance because of spring being, this is where we're going to get 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of dark. Okay?
Okay.
It's Alien Abduction Day. Now, this is probably right up there with flower.
Alien Abduction Day, huh?
That's right. Raise your hand if you've been abducted by aliens. Most Americans think, as we mentioned the other day, that there are extraterrestrials that exist.
Most?
1 in 5.
Oh, 1 in 5.
1 in 5.
Okay.
Believe that aliens have stopped by the Earth and paid us a visit sometime or another, maybe centuries ago. And there are things out there in the world that are still mysterious that they think were left by aliens and spaceships thousands and thousands of years ago, or maybe last week. We don't know. The 1970s were especially full of alien encounter stories, including some pretty famous ones that turned out to be movies. Most abductions, by the way, have happened in deserts.
Have they?
Like Nevada and Arizona.
Is there a study to show that?
It doesn't really say. It's no one's figured out why aliens flock there, but maybe they enjoy dry heat.
Maybe.
And as we mentioned the other day, why do so many people live where they can't go outside only at night? Because it's desert. People aren't supposed to live there. Oh, I shouldn't get going.
Easy, Dave.
Women's March Madness second round begins. Basketball, it's been March Madness with men all weekend. Oh, my goodness. Continue. The Sweet 16 is up. The ladies are playing. Nebraska won. When will they be on again?
We don't know.
Don't know yet.
No, no idea. Let's see, either, what'd I hear? Either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
Okay.
They don't even know who they're playing yet.
I see.
Missouri and Kansas play tonight, and Nebraska will play the winner of that game.
Okay.
Sometime later this week. They haven't determined yet.
All right. So that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why? You can answer this. You're a sports fan.
Okay.
This is in your wheelhouse.
All right.
Joan and I were talking about it yesterday. Now, I realize that Lincoln is the state capital.
Okay.
University of Nebraska is there.
Yeah.
And we have all the sports teams that play out of the University of Nebraska. Basketball, football, all kinds of gymnastics, wrestling.
Yeah.
It's all very big.
Okay.
It's huge in Nebraska. It's what everybody talks about besides the weather. You're going to talk about, the Huskers, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can't deny that. I would agree with that.
Right. So Creighton is in the Sweet 16.
Yes.
And they're one of the most highly thought of academic schools in the country.
Okay.
And they have been, this is the second time in 3 years they've been?
I believe so, to the Sweet 16.
Why don't people get more excited about that?
I don't know. I was excited about it. I watched the whole game. I watched their whole game against Baylor yesterday. I was kind of excited because of a Nebraska tie.
But you said kinda.
Yeah, well, yeah. Listen, if that would have been Nebraska,
yeah,
that would have been making it to the Sweet 16, I'd be going absolutely crazy. I don't know. I guess that's kind of a good question. I guess that's a.
I don't know either. I just
question.
asked you. Omaha's in Nebraska.
True.
I mean, it's
part of, exactly. Yeah.
And at one time, it was the state capital.
Mm-hmm.
Before they moved it to Lincoln.
Yeah, I guess I don't necessarily know. I get me personally, I'm just not I'm not like a crazy Creighton basketball fan. I like Creighton. Mm-hmm. Love Greg McDermott. I think he's done an amazing job there. Yeah, they're fun to watch. My goodness, the way they were making shots yesterday, that was awesome. And I'll be cheering for him big time.
But
in the Sweet 16.
If it was Nebraska, if it was the Huskers,
I'd be going crazy.
Yeah, see, I don't.
Yeah.
As a a so-so sports follower, I don't get it, but
I think though that as they move through the tournament, I think that you'll see more excitement in the state.
Well, sure you
surrounding them.
Everybody likes a winner.
Oh, sure.
And we can't call the Husker football team a winner.
And the fact that Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith don't even know where Nebraska is, that I think has even more Nebraska people cheering for Creighton.
Well, if you lived in their bubble, how would you know where Nebraska is?
That's a good point.
Birthdays today. Spike Lee. Speaking of basketball fans, he is 66 today, and he's in some pretty funny commercials with Charles and all of the different.
Oh yeah, Samuel Jackson. Yeah, their March Madness commercials.
Bobby Orr, considered one of the greatest players
player
of hockey. Yeah, he's 75 today. Holly Hunter, she gained fame in films like Broadcast News. One of my personal favorites, Raising Arizona, won an Oscar for the movie Piano, which was quite a deep film. Very talented. She's 65 today. And Carl Palmer, the drummer and co-founder of the rock group Lake and Palmer, is 73 today. He's the last surviving member of that band. And Jimmy Vaughn, brother of Stevie Vaughn, is 72 today, and of course the co-founder of the fabulous Thunderbirds, and had a great career. We have much of his music on KBBN. He's 72 today.
All right.
Brent, I got to tell you, I'm excited. I really am. I was so excited. This came in on my phone, and I put it on the digital platform here because I wanted you to hear it. The other day on Friday, I think it was, we had a caller, actually how do I want to call it? A audio email that was sent to me from some friends in Australia, the twins.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you played that for me.
I played for you that want to come back for your party.
Your party.
Across the street at your place.
Your party. It's not no party's taking place at my place.
You said you would have the twins there.
Well, yeah. If they're going to come all the way from Australia, we'll invite them over to the house. Absolutely.
Okay.
But I'm not throwing this great big party.
Well, this just came in over the weekend. Now, we were traveling to Ireland. You spend time in airports, and we were in the London airport, and we met this gentleman, Rashish.
Okay.
And got to visit him. Well, he comes to the States. In fact, he spends a lot of time in the States. He went to college here, and he does business in Omaha. And we got to talking, and we start emailing back and forth after we met at the London airport. And I told him about your party, and
There's no party.
Here, just listen to this. Just listen. Here,
right.
Just please listen, because you want the twins to come. Now take a listen to this.
Hey Dave, I'm listening to the breakfast show right now. Wow, you guys are fun to listen to. I'm still planning on attending Brent's summer party as we discussed. I would like to get my tickets soon, so let me know the date of the party.
What?
I can't wait to meet Brent in person.
Well,
I feel like he
nice.
may be bigger than he looks on the video. Miss you and Joan, see you this summer.
Rashish wants to meet you.
I would like to meet Rashish.
Well,
he sounds awesome.
yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's really smart, and he's really nice.
Okay.
And he has family both in the U.S. and in India.
Well, since you know all of these people, it seems only right that you would be the one that would host the party, and then maybe you'd invite me over. That seems like the most logical thing to do.
As I told you,
Because here's the deal. You keep talking about what I have over where I live. Let's start talking about what the Bernies have. You have a very nice backyard. I really don't. Everything is out front, kind of, around the street. And I'm afraid that that would be bad to have. I don't want anything overflowing into the street.
Don't make excuses.
So I think that Dave and Joan's backyard is the perfect place for a party. And since you're the one that has basically come up with this entire idea, it makes only sense that you host.
I understand.
Thank you. I'll be there.
That logic is okay.
When and like Rashish said, if I need a ticket, let me know. I'll get one, and I'll be over whenever you decide to plan your party.
That's real great.
That would be exciting.
That's real great.
That'd be awesome.
It storms, and we got no place to go. And you've got a double garage. Now, and listen to this again. Tell me how you can turn this guy down.
Hey Dave, I'm listening to the breakfast show right now. Wow, you guys are fun to listen to. I'm still planning on attending Brent's summer party as we discussed. I would like to get my tickets soon, so let me know the date of the party.
Just listen.
I can't wait to meet Brent in person. I feel like he may be bigger than he looks on the video. Miss you and Joan, see you this summer.
How could you turn that guy down? I mean,
I'm serious. I would love to meet Rashish.
Well, yeah, he's really
He sounds
cool.
awesome.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Today is Mescal Brothers Day.
Oh, okay. This past Friday, one more question about the Irish here for you. What is the name of the coastal touring route, however you say it, that stretches the length of the west coast of Ireland? What is the name of the coastal touring route that stretches the length of the west coast of Ireland? Is it called the Pretty Pacific Way, the Wild West Way, the Irish Seaway, or the Wild Atlantic Way? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
It's back. Trade-in days at Bo Bootery. It's super simple. Just bring us your old shoes, purses, hats, or boots to trade in on something new we have here at Bo Bootery. Our sandals and flip-flops are out in the store and they're gorgeous. The selection is great right now. If you're ready to let go of something that you have in order to get something brand new to welcome spring, come and see us during trade-in days at Bo Bootery, east side of the square in Broken Bow.
Is winter weather and the fear of falling keeping you indoors for the season? Don't fall. Give Pearson's a call. Poor balance and falls can diminish your ability to lead an active and independent life, but you don't have to accept them as a consequence of aging. Pearson Physical Therapy has been helping their patients stay on their feet and take back their independence through individualized balance training programs. Reduce your chance for falls and regain your confidence this winter by calling 308-872-5800 for a free fall risk assessment with one of our therapists. That's Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 in Broken Bow.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
It is 10 minutes before the hour, and we have Peg on the line. Good morning, Peg.
Yes, it's Mike Evans' birthday today, and my daughter in North Platte, her birthday.
Oh, nice. Happy
That's
birthday.
nice. Thanks for letting us know about Mike's. And what's your daughter's?
Her name is Patrice.
Patrice. That's a cool name.
Patrice, Patrice.
Patrice. Well,
She's Irish.
she's Irish. That's good. Is Mike Evans Irish?
No, I don't think so. I don't know what he is.
He's
Good
just
man.
he's a good guy.
Yeah.
All right, here's Brent with your question.
Okay,
Okay.
Peg. What is the name of the coastal touring route that stretches the length of the west coast of Ireland? Is it called the Pretty Pacific Way, the Wild West Way, the Irish Seaway, or the Wild Atlantic Way?
I think it's the Irish Seaway.
No, it's not. I'm
Well, it's
sorry.
the other
I'm
one,
sorry,
then.
Peg. Yeah, it's one of the other three. Congrats. Way to go, Peg. Yeah. The correct answer was the Wild Atlantic Way.
Well, I thought that's what I said.
Oh,
God,
maybe it
first
was.
thing goes your memory.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to do replay. We can play it back, and if that's what you said, we'll make you a winner.
No,
okay.
no, that's all right.
Okay.
Just keep it, whatever it was.
How you been, Peg?
Well, better than nothing.
Well, good.
I'm all right. I'm having work done in my house from Weathercraft, and anyway, they're doing a real good job.
Good.
God, I see there. I wonder what they were doing over there. I thought you was having a party.
But, yeah, it's a Brent party.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be later this summer, Peg. I'm sure that you'll be invited over.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet so. What do you want me to bring?
Oh, a pie would be nice.
Oh, I don't make pies anymore.
Oh,
Because I like making them for your wife.
I know. She loved them. That's all right. Just your company's good enough.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's so flattering. I can tell jokes.
You can.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they always scare me a little bit, but you
I
can tell.
know. No, I don't even do that anymore.
Well,
Okay.
Thanks,
thank
Peg.
you.
Thanks,
But
Peg.
it is Mike's birthday and my
Okay.
daughter's. So,
all right. I'm glad you called in.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye. Happy birthday to Mike Evans.
Wonder how old Mr. Evans is today.
Well, he's been around a while.
Haven't we all?
Haven't we all?
This week, March 20th through March 26th. We'll start in the meat department, where they will feature rump roast, $4.98 a pound this week at the grocery cart. Baby back or St. Louis pork ribs, just $3.98 a pound. Cube steak, $4.98 a pound. And grocery cart's own homemade pork sausage. It's good. $3.28 a pound this week at the GK. Also, fresh or frozen Best Buy boneless, skinless chicken breast fillets are on sale this week for $1.88 a pound. For the kids, when they get home from school, Oscar Mayer Fun Pack Lunchables are on sale for $2.48. And Bar S corn dogs, the 2 and 2.34 pound package, $6.98 this week at the grocery cart. Now, are you a fan of cottage cheese? Not everybody is. I like cottage cheese.
I do too.
Okay.
Yep.
Cottage cheese is on sale. Daisy cottage cheese, 2 varieties, 24-ounce tub on sale for $3.25. Dole orange juice, the 59-ounce box, $2.95 this week. In the frozen foods section, Red Baron pizzas, 3 for $11. Hot Pockets, 2 for $6. And Totino's pizza rolls, 6 varieties for the 24-ounce package, $3.98 this week. Some of the other specials you'll find this week at the grocery cart: Best Choice shredded cheese, 24 varieties, 8-ounce package, 2 for $4. Now, are you a fan of half and half? My grandpa had half and a half on all kinds of stuff. Always had to add half and half.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a half and half person, it's on sale. Best Choice half and half on sale for $2.10. Daisy sour cream, 24-ounce tub, $3.48 this week. Let's see. Sara Lee whole grain white bread is on sale for $2.38. Pillsbury cake or brownie mixes, 2 for $3. Frito-Lay Doritos, 2 packages for $8. Frito-Lay Ruffles, 2 for $7. Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, just $1.98 for the box at the grocery cart. Those are some of the specials you'll find in their weekly ad this week.
Their Lenten savings continue, and right now you can buy Best Choice Alaskan Pollock for $5.98. That's a 32-ounce package. Tilapia fish fillets, 10-ounce package for $3.98. Alaskan cod fish fillets, a 10-ounce package for $6.98. They have pink salmon fish fillets, 10-ounce package on special as well. And it cut off the end of the page, so I don't have the price for you, but I'm sure it's a very good price considering the sale they have going on here. They also have crab meat, 3 varieties, 8-ounce packages for $2.48. Yellowfin tuna and fish steaks available, $6.98 for the 16-ounce package. They have shrimp, breaded fish sticks. They also have canned oysters, whole oysters, 8-ounce can for $2.28. Best Choice pink salmon in the can, the $2.98 for the 14-ounce can, and the list goes on and on. Chicken of the sea tuna, macaroni and cheese available on sale to go along with all of that during their Lenten sale at the grocery cart. Don't miss out on all the specials.
All right.
Today, we want to remind you that tomorrow we'll be broadcasting the Quiz Bowl from the Broken Bow Middle School Auditorium. That will start about mid-morning on KBBN 95.3 FM. There'll also be a live video stream on the Sandal Express streaming page that you can go to and watch the students compete as well. They'll start before mid-morning. We'll pick up the coverage right after the breakfast show, and when they get going there, the guys are going to go set up today, and we'll have that for you. That's a event that was going to be earlier and postponed to this date. So a couple of the teams are not going to be able to make it, but there's a nice round out of different competitors there from different schools that will be answering or attempting to answer some very tough Quiz Bowl questions tomorrow. So you can hear it right here on KBBN 95.3 FM, and you can watch it if you like as well. Thanks to some great businesses, and I'll go get that list before we close the show. We need to thank them today ahead of time, and you'll hear from those businesses that will be making that available to you tomorrow. Let me write this. I got it written down. Jenny and Jennifer, the twins, and Rashif will be. That's 3 overseas guests coming to your place this summer, man.
Yeah. Can't wait to go to your party.
Listen,
since you're putting this all together.
You want me to?
I mean, you're taking care of the guest list and everything.
Well, I'm working on the guest list. I was willing to help, and I'm going to take care of 25% of the cost of the party. Plus, if you need me to come over and sweep out your garage, I'll do that.
No, it's fine. Party said, this is your party. This is not my party. You're the one setting all this up, so it's going to be at your house.
Who have the last two people we've had on the air from overseas, who have they mentioned they really want to meet? It's you, Brad.
Well, great, and I want to meet them, so I hope I'm invited.
Well,
I hope I'm invited to your party.
I have a very small garage. I don't know how many people I can have.
Who wants to have a party in a garage? Have it in your backyard.
Oh, we've had lots of parties in garages.
You have a very nice backyard. You really do.
Well,
and it's big. People can just kind of flow.
It's bumpy.
Outside.
Night crawlers make it bumpy.
Instead of being crammed in a garage. In the summertime? Oh, no way. Got to have it outside.
Well,
got to have it outside in your backyard.
Couldn't you get some of those sun shields to go across your driveway to make it cooler?
What?
You know, like the stands with the cloth stands that would like.
You have nice shade in your backyard. All the trees and everything. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I think that if you were to talk to these people, the twins from Australia, Rashish, is that right?
From India.
Yeah. Okay. If they would all say, you know what, having an outdoor party in Dave's backyard would be wonderful.
I've told them it's going to be at your place. They're going to be. I don't know if they'll come.
I don't think that the place. It sounds to me like the place is not important. They just want to meet me, so I'll just come over to your party.
Well, you have to be invited first. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. U.S. and European markets have recovered after plunging early today over news UBS would take over rival Credit Suisse. CBS's Vicki Barker.
Bank shares are down on this side of the Atlantic, and gold has hit $2,000 an ounce for the first time since the invasion of Ukraine.
In Moscow, Chinese President Xi Jinping celebrated as he arrived for meetings with Vladimir Putin, widely seen as a show of support for his invasion of Ukraine. Don't expect Donald Trump to be arrested publicly tomorrow in the investigation into alleged hush money paid to Stormy Daniels. CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman.
What will happen is someone like Donald Trump, former president or not, a white-collar crime, he will get to self-surrender. And he will get to do that because of the safety concerns here, which are monumental because of his safety, the DA's safety, everyone's safety.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, a measure was heard last week in the Nebraska legislature that would repeal the death penalty. Capital punishment was abolished by the Nebraska legislature in 2015, a decision that was reversed by voters in 2016. Omaha Senator Terrell McKinney has introduced a measure in the 108th Nebraska legislative session that would place a death penalty prohibition in the Nebraska Constitution. If the measure is approved by Nebraska lawmakers, it would go to the voters in the 2024 general election. If approved by voters, death sentences would be commuted to life imprisonment under the amendment. No one testified in opposition to LR 17CA, and the legislature's Judiciary Committee took no immediate action on the measure. The state senators in Nebraska have today off. They had last Friday off. Now the 108th Nebraska legislative session resumes tomorrow, marking day number 47.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In college basketball, the Sweet 16 is set for the NCAA men's tournament, and 16th-seeded Fairleigh Dickinson's Cinderella season comes to an end as they lost to 9th-seeded Florida Atlantic 78-70 for the Owls of FAU. They're going to the Sweet 16 for the first time in program history. 7th-seeded Michigan State beat the 2-seed Marquette 69-60. 6th-seeded Creighton down the 3-seed Baylor 85-76. There were 3 other 3 seeds that advanced, including Kansas State, who beat the 6th-seed Kentucky 75-69. Gonzaga, who topped the 6th-seed TCU 84-81. And Xavier, who beat the 11th-seed Pitt 84-73. 4th-seeded UConn rolled over 5th-seeded St. Mary's 70-55. 5th-seeded Miami of Florida had no trouble beating the 4th-seed Indiana 85-83. 65-69. In the World Baseball Classic, the USA crushed Cuba 14-2 to advance to the title game. NFL news: Dallas Cowboys acquire wide receiver Brandon Cooks from the Houston Texans for a 5th-round pick and a 6th-round pick.
Here's your weatherology forecast. High temperatures approaching 50 degrees for today. We'll see gradually increasing cloud cover. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy skies will drop back to a low of 28. For Tuesday, cloudy, a slight chance for a shower there with highs up to 52. For Wednesday, a slight chance for a light rain-snow mixture late in the day with highs easing back into the middle part of the 40s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin.
Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we can help you get ready for whatever life throws at you, even the welcome surprises. As your needs change, we can change what you need to do to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, we can work together to help you make them feel a little less unexpected. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
8:06, 24 degrees outside, and we got some thin clouds up there, but the sun is burning through those right now, so we'll call it mostly clear yet. Winds are out of the north at 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure's been rising this morning at 29.86. Humidity at 85%. High yesterday, 56, with an overnight low of 23. Sunset today at 7:49. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:41. And we have recorded 22 hundredths precipitation so far this month of February. And that's a look at weather and news. Thanks to Edward Jones for making that possible this morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Up next, our first guest of the day, Mr. Keith Ellis with Custer County Economic Development Corporation is with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Great.
Good.
I'm up. It's Monday morning.
It's Monday, yeah. First day of spring.
It is.
Yeah. And
it means it's going to be at least 65 today?
I don't think so, but it's not going to be too bad of a day.
Okay.
Later in the week, we're going to have more March weather. A little snow mixed with rain and that sort of thing. But it's off and on. We're getting a few good, better days. Yesterday was good except for the wind, don't you think?
Yeah.
Wind was there. So time to get some of that spring, I don't know, clean up and fix up done. I think a lot of us are kind of trying to get in that mode. That project we've been looking at all winter long, maybe try to get started on that. And for you at the Economic Development Group, I don't know whether the seasons make that much difference or not, but you're working on some housing and so forth, so I assume it may have some effect on it.
Well, it does have, it really starts to advance our projects that we've been working on in the wintertime. The Custer School project, we'll bid that out now, and so that's able to get started in the demolition and then the lots for the new homes. So the weather will help with that.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Callaway house right now, which he's starting to work on the foundation part of that now. He's starting to get his materials in, and so that, again, is because of the weather now, he's going to start being able to get some stuff done there. So, and then we have the Rural Workforce Loan Project, where we're able to loan out money for new construction. Is what we're working on right now, is new construction homes where a contractor, a developer can come in and get 0 to 2% interest loans to build new homes. And so we're working on that right now and trying to get that thing settled. We just don't have a lot of contractors right now in the area that are available, so it's kind of crazy trying to get that done. So we have a end of the year, 1st of March next year, where we're hoping we need to really get it started before October, November or so. We'll see where we're at. We've got a place where we're going to look at to do some homes, and I can't talk about that.
Sure, I understand. Yeah, you mentioned in that segment the low interest rates available through this program. I would think maybe with what's happening right now with interest rates, that would be looked at maybe a little more intensely.
Well, you think it would?
Yeah.
But if they're busy with projects, they just don't have the time to do that. So always a supply and demand thing.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah.
Sure is. Well, that's all things that are in the works. What else did you want to highlight this morning?
Well, I'll tell you what, we've got a big week this week. Of course, we have our board meeting tonight. Normal business, we've got a couple things I'll talk about that are on the agenda. One of those is we're working with the city of Broken Bow, and Broken Bow Chamber, I think, is taking the lead on this, is a creative district, and we're looking at and I'll describe it as a 3 or 4 whatever block radius of the park, the square downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some funds available for us to do a planning grant, and then follow that up with a large grant application up to $250,000, and that would be sorry.
There you go.
That would be a big project for the downtown area of Broken Bow. And when we talk about a creative district, you naturally assume, okay, it's going to be the arts, it's events, arts, music, those kinds of things, which it is. But what we like about it is it's also for some infrastructure. As an example, some communities have used it for new sidewalk projects, or maybe there's a building in their creative district that they want to upgrade or do something with to utilize. That's important. So it's not just the arts itself. It can be used for buildings and maybe a storefront updates, those kinds of things. And so that's where we're at with that. We're going to have a presentation at the board meeting today. The chamber's taking the lead on that, and so with the city, we have to have three partners that actually do this project. So that's why it's the city and the chamber and us, and so that's on the agenda today. One of the exciting things that we got an email a month ago, probably a little longer than that, from Chadron State College, and they are bringing 10 to 12 junior senior students that want to locate in a rural area when they graduate from college. And it's a program that they have. And so they wanted to spend a few days in Broken Bow and learn about Broken Bow and what we have to offer, and the job opportunities and the quality of the life, and what young people like to do and what we have available and those kinds of things. And so from Wednesday night, the 22nd, in the evening, they'll come and we'll welcome them at Kincaiders, and then Thursday all day we have them for we have some panel presentations during the day, and then in the afternoon we're going to tour Becton Dickinson and tour the hospital, and then we'll host them for a dinner that evening. And then Friday, the 24th, they're touring Adams Land and Cattle, and then they'll go home sometime midday on the 24th. And so it's a great opportunity for us to do a number of things. The first one is to help us understand and how to sell our community.
That was
to young
my
people.
question. I was going to ask is this something that you're thinking of as a way to glean some information from them as what would they be looking for, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We always make assumptions of things and what other communities think and whatnot. Well, this is our opportunity to listen and learn from them what's important to them and how and where they want to locate and why. And so that's part of it. We also are selling our community, our area, Custer County. We've got people from the area involved in this to talk about the quality of life we have living in a rural community or rural area, and the successful opportunities that are out there. So we have some young business leaders that are going to be talking in panels and talking about why they located here, either coming back here or moving here that aren't from the area. And then we're going to be talking about how to take that next step. You always got to close the deal, and so that's our final part, is to take that next step. And so we've got some wonderful people involved. I don't even know. I think probably 18 people. One of my goals with this project was to get more people engaged in economic development and understanding what we're doing. And so this is a great opportunity for us to do that. So we've got a large group of people going to help in panels. They're going to be welcoming and hosting dinners. And so we really appreciate the people in this community stepping up and saying yes. And so that's really one of the, I guess, when you always work in this type of business, you always try to keep people engaged and trying to understand what you're doing. And this is hands-on, trying to understand what we're doing. So that's important for us as well.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the highlight for the week. And so we're working on that. We've got some interest in the Custer County area and a location for a company that's looking, and we're working with that group for that, trying to stay on the trick in recruitment is to always stay on the list.
Yeah.
That's what you try to do.
To be considered, right?
Yeah. You got to stay on the list. So that's what we're working on, and they're looking for sites, and so we're working on that. And our membership, we've had a really good support from our members to renew at the increased membership rates, and we have a few out there that we're going to be talking to make sure we get their support, financial support. This, in the next few weeks, we'll be out talking to them and trying to close those up. And so, it's economic development is to. Everybody has their own opinion of what economic development is, and it is whatever people want it to be. What we try to do is to bring consensus and resources to the projects that we determine have the value back to the community. And so, but anybody you talk to has a different opinion about what economic development is, and we like that, but they need to understand the process, and that's why we have a board of directors and unbelievably great leadership within our board for what we're trying to do. And so that's one of the blessings of having a really good economic development group, is to have great leadership. And so
you've got a good leadership, and then you also, I think you mentioned this before, you have our communities, and they're a part of it's kind of like the hub that John Sinadois talks about, the wheel. Then you have the hub, and then you have all these communities out there that have their own projects going on, combined with what you do with the Economic Development Group through Custer County.
Yeah.
And you got some real potential there, because each community has their own things that they're working on at this time as well. So pretty active out there.
It is, and I'm glad you brought that up about the other communities in Custer County. They are driven. They have projects that have great merit and great value to their communities, and so, we support them in trying to help them if we can, if they need us as a resource or something like that. With the background that I have, I can try to help as well. So,
right.
But this is a great place to live right now. I mean, over the last 20 years that I haven't heard everything because I've been here all that long, but it's comparing to when I was here, and the growth and the successes and the risk taking that's taken place here in Custer County to do the things that are being done is not happening everywhere. Let's just say it that way. It is not happening everywhere. So we need to be proud of our leadership and our people who provide the resources, and thank them for what they do, because it just doesn't get done if it's one or two people that are trying to do it.
Keith, maybe backing around to that membership subject that you brought up, I know as an economic group, you try to contact everyone out there that would be a potential member.
Yeah.
But let's face it, there's always that chance that we're missing somebody, that somebody out there maybe hasn't been talked to about it, or maybe they were talked to about it 5 years ago, and haven't had, because you always have somebody that you miss. It's like when Brent has this party, there's somebody he's gonna miss, right?
Yeah.
So look at his face, I love it. But anyway, somebody out there listening who hasn't been contacted or maybe are interested, new, all sorts of scenarios, contact you, right?
Well, that would be wonderful if we could get phone calls from people saying, "Hey, tell me more about Custer Economic Development." We actually last week started putting together our target list for new membership, and so we'll be starting to contact. I don't know how many a month that our goal is going to be, but throughout the rest of the year, we will be making contacts to businesses that we think should have an opportunity to join us and to be part of the success story. And so, as you look around, you say, let's go, and you look around and you say, well, where's everybody at? We've done really well with what we have, but we certainly have a number of businesses that we think should have the opportunity to join us and be part of that success story. So that's where we're at with it. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah. Good idea.
All right. Anything else?
Just a happy spring day.
Yeah.
Going to be out on the beach by Friday, and
we hope so. Well, we also know it's Nebraska. I keep reading things about. I read one this morning. This is kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys read this, but there's a list out there right now of the most unfriendly states.
I didn't read. I saw the title. I didn't get it.
We're not mentioned as the most friendly, or we're also not mentioned as unfriendly. So I guess that's good here in the middle of the country. But it still is amazing. New York would be your first, your first one, and it's up there. But California is rated the most unfriendly state in the United States. And maybe that's part of the reason there's a funnel of people leaving California, along with all the crazy weather they're having and the high cost of gas and electricity and so forth. Yeah. But I know it sounds a little crazy because at one time there was a great migration from Nebraska. And I mentioned this the other day. After World War II, my dad talked about it over again.
Oh, sure there would. Yeah.
They all went. Everybody thought, hey, you know what? California's the place to be, right? And now they're funneling out of there pretty quickly. They're losing population in one of the most, at one time, popular states in the country. To me, not immediately, but down the road, these are opportunities for sparsely populated areas to offer a different life.
That's a great idea. I working with, when I worked for Nebraska Public Power District, and the state always had a project where they would go out there and set up some visits and do some things like that, do some target types of industries, and but I don't know why they have it now, but that's a great idea.
Down the road, maybe.
Well, I mean, there's today's world, the way you can market things. If we can find a list, we can always find a list of businesses and from California and see where we can go with it. Send something out. It's the challenge that we have is we want you here, but I don't know if we have the labor force for it.
Well, the other part of that is my ears are burning a little bit because I can feel some people out there going, we like it pretty well the way it is, and we don't want a whole bunch of people coming in and ruin our way of life. So there's a balance there, right?
There's a balance, yeah. Growth is wonderful, and that's what we're trying to do, but you got to be careful that it doesn't change the culture and the community. So there's a balance between the two.
Well, it's always fun talking to you, Keith. If there's anything we can do, let us know. And
well, thank you for having me on the show and Custer Economic Development, Scotty, when she can come on, and she's just doing a great job on all the housing part of it. So,
good. Yeah, she's a very organized young lady. You can tell that.
Yeah, she's really good. I needed that too.
Hey, it's great when you have somebody with those kind of talents.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Keith.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Watch or listen to Quiz Bowl competition on Tuesday. Our area students will put their brain power together to compete in a battle of the minds. You can watch on the Sandhills Express YouTube or Facebook pages or listen on KBBN Radio. Participating schools include Ansley, Arnold, Broken Bow, Cozad, Gothenburg, and Sandhills. We'll join the competition mid-morning on Wednesday. Brought to you by the Broken Bow Library, Palmer Monument, Custer Public Power District, Custer Federal State Bank, Square M Accounting, BD Broken Bow, Nebraska State Bank, Central Nebraska Medical Clinic, Trotter Service, and Trotter Will and Go locations. Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics. Winquist Incorporated, Mid-Plains Community College, Grocery Cart, A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, Mills Hardware, Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill, Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique, Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers, First State Insurance in Arnold, Moshka's Building Center in Arcadia, and First Nebraska Bank and First Nebraska Bank Insurance Group.
When you are battling allergies, the only thing on your mind is finding a way to get rid of the sniffles, sneezes, and itches. Varney Health Mart has the products you need. Featured this month are all-day allergy cetirizine tablets for $12.99. Children's allergy relief for $3.99, and all-day allergy relief loratadine tablets for $7.99. Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Starting in May, Varney Health Mart will be open Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, with the drive-through closing at 5, Saturday hours 8:30 to 12:30, and closed on Sundays.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
8:27. And if you just thought you heard a young person in the studio, you did, because we have a family, part of a family here. This is a family show, so it works out really, really good. We have Christy Trumbull with us. Christy, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. You're wearing your food hat today, right?
I am, yes.
And we have a truck coming in?
We do, on Saturday.
Okay. All right. Same place?
Same place, Brian Church, parking lot.
Parking lot. Anything changed as far as how it works?
Nope, it's still the mobile drive-through.
Okay.
It's still in the parking lot. Same time, same great place. So the drive-through part, if you're coming to get food, still starts at 9.
Mm-hmm.
We ask that you don't come too early to get lined up, just so I can get my truck out of there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Okay.
But it should be warmer at this time. I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, it's been a little cool.
Our last one was freezing. Our hands got so cold writing, so.
Yeah, this looks like a better forecast. And not like balmy, but not freezing cold, which is fine. Now, do they get out of their cars at all now?
No. The people that are coming to get food do not. They don't even have to get out of their cars. We just ask that when you pull up, you put your car in park, so that, one, safety measures. We put it all in, load it in your trunk, wherever you want it. Your trunk, your back seat, wherever. We load it in there. You get 1 community box per family, 1 produce box, and usually 1 loaf of bread.
Okay, all right. And it's important to note that you really want people to use this opportunity to put food in the cupboards, because if we don't have the demand that you have had, then you may lose the truck, right?
That's correct. In fact, a few years ago when we started doing the mobile, we were getting enough for 500 families. Mm-hmm. We had to decrease down to 300, and then they did let me increase it up to 350 now.
Okay, so you're back up a little bit.
Yep. We've met the need to 350, but that's all I get is 350.
Okay. All right. Any questions, neighbor?
I'm just curious, is there a chance, depending on the turnout, is there a chance to pick that number back up?
There is.
Christy? Okay.
So if I continue the way we're continuing, and if we meet the need and we have more come through, as I fill out the paperwork, that's one of the things that I fill out and turn in to meet that need. We can increase that number.
Okay.
So, and I can ask for more, but we fill this out for a year in advance.
Mm-hmm.
So everything gets scheduled a year in advance. So that being said, I can't do anything until next year.
Sure. Okay.
So
I know we always talk about this, but it's always important to make sure people understand there's no income restrictions or anything like that for this. Everybody is welcome.
that is correct. And that is a huge thing, because everybody comes out and, there's some people like, well, we're doing good right now. I don't need it. Well, you got to still meet the need.
Uh-huh.
You got to prove that there is still a need. So you may be doing good, but maybe your neighbor is too shy to come out.
Sure.
Or maybe your neighbor can't get out. Or maybe somebody that just, for whatever reason, 3 doors down, doesn't know about it or can't. Or, hey, even in the next town over, somebody that could use it. Take it to them.
Mm-hmm.
There is no harm in that. All we ask is how many in the household, the age groups, and their zip code. And you know what? We don't even ask their zip code anymore because we don't have to. We just literally have the bare minimum of who's in the household, the age groups. That's it.
So you can pick up for other people.
You can. We allow for up to 4 families.
Okay.
If you want more than 4 families, the only thing we ask is that you get back in line.
Okay.
Which has been working great. And the reason we ask that is just so we can make sure that we're serving the ones that are in the line that came out to get through.
Sure.
So.
I know that you have fantastic help to put all of this on. Are you still looking for volunteers
I
for
never
Saturday?
turn away a volunteer.
Okay.
But what I am looking for most of all, and I'm glad you brought this up, is someone to co-host this with me.
Oh.
This is taking out a lot. And as you all know, I have a full-time job and another full-time job.
I was just going to say, kids are a full-time job, aren't they?
They are. And so it actually takes out a lot because we organize this, like I said, a year in advance. And this week and the last 2 weeks, actually. So you'll see me going around a lot, hanging up flyers and doing that. It takes quite a bit, but I have it well organized. But I'm looking for a co-host. You never know if kids are going to be sick or whatnot, and you have to find all of that. So, like I said, I set this up a year in advance. That Saturday comes, my kids are sick.
Yeah.
So I am looking for a co-host. If I can't find it, I don't know what next year's going to bring, if I'm going to be able to continue doing it. So if there is somebody out there that's looking for an organization to help, this is a great one. It's all volunteer. But like I said, I have it well organized, well-oiled machine, and I'm still going to be there to help. But I just am looking for some help to help me out.
All right. Okay. Sounds good.
You want to recap this Saturday?
This Saturday, if you want to volunteer, I do ask that you get a hold of me just so I can give you some further details. But 8:30 is when you have to show up, so it's not too early. You still get to sleep in a little bit.
Yep.
I usually try to have some kind of goodie for my volunteers just to say thank you. You get to meet my family.
Yes.
That's over here helping me out, aren't you, Johnny? If you want to just come through, be there at 9, come through the line. I do want to say this is a great blessing, and God is able to bless a lot of people with this. We couldn't do this without my awesome volunteers. I couldn't do this without the church allowing us to use their parking lot. I couldn't do it without you guys helping me spread the word. You guys are great. So I do want to say thank you to all of my volunteers. Thank you, John.
He wants to be a radio guy.
I was going to say, he's a DJ over here. This is great.
Johnny. Great name for it, too, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yes. I think all of them want to be.
They do.
You want to get right up in there, too, don't you? But yes, this Saturday at the Berean Church, 9 a.m.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And it goes until 11:30 or until food is gone.
All right.
So
Thanks a lot.
thank you,
Thanks
guys.
for coming in. Thanks, kids. We'll take a time out with these words.
Dreaming of a nice green lawn this summer? Then sign up for the AeroSeed 5-Step Fertilizer Program that takes the guesswork out of yard work. AeroSeed will send you a postcard when it's time to apply fertilizer, supply you with the correct amount of fertilizer, and even loan you a professional fertilizer spreader to apply it. Stop into AeroSeed today to learn more or to sign up for the economical 5-step fertilizer program and make your dream lawn a reality.
Gary's Superfoods prides themselves on offering our family brand products. They're excited to announce they now have 3 varieties of sushi available. Right now, save on boneless pork loin chops at 10 for $10, and extra large red or green seedless grapes are $1.79 a pound.
872-6387 for more information or stop in for a tour.
If you've been injured or recovering from surgery, your first priority is to treat your problem. At Team Physical Therapy, we will evaluate, treat, and educate you about your specific roadblocks. We offer many therapists to help. Stop by one of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney or call 872-5111. We have great resources online at myteampt.com or call 872-5111 Team Physical Therapy, together empowering able movement.
Springtime is at our doorstep, and Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley has fun classes for you to enjoy. Each one is just $40. To sign up, call Chas at 325-7070. March 26th at 3 and the 27th at 7 are succulent classes. Or sign up for hanging basket classes on April 2nd at 3 or the 3rd at 7. Plant and sip classes for those 21 and older are the 5th for hanging baskets and the 6th for succulents. Time to get planting to celebrate spring at Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley.
It is 8:46. Brent has a couple things he wants to pass along. In the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to be visiting with Heather at the Lexington Area Chamber of Commerce to talk about the Migration Fest. So that's coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. So be sure and stick around for that. And as we mentioned, we'll be giving away that $25 gift card to Mills Hardware in Arnold. We'll continue to take a look at the folks who were honored at the recent Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce Awards, and also, noting longevity in business. And we're up to 20 years. And let's take a look at Aero Aviation this morning. In 2003, Casey and Melissa Williams officially took the reins of Aero Aviation, a business that started in 1971 with Bill and Bev Williams and has remained a family business since its conception. 3 generations have helped build this business. There are only a handful of aerial application businesses in the world that can boast of being 3 generations, and even fewer that have had all those flying at the same time. Aero Aviation provides application services to Custer as well as the surrounding counties, and has for the past 52 years. In addition to the regular workload, they answer the call when area fire departments need help fighting grass fires, and you may remember the last few summers they did a lot of that. Unfortunately, they needed to, but they did it. In 2011, Casey was awarded the distinction of Airman of the Year by the Nebraska Aviation Trades Association. When asked, Casey stated that he couldn't do his job without his family, and his family is involved. His wife handles the office, answers the phone, and works with customers to keep everybody flying smoothly. Congratulations, Aero Aviation, on your 20-year milestone anniversary. We'll have another one for you tomorrow if time permits.
Yeah, congratulations. I got beyond. I'm very uncomfortable all of a sudden.
Why?
I'm free as super rats.
Yeah,
that bothers me.
That's creepy, isn't
super it? Rats the size of cats that can eat through concrete.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So you think...
I'm just sitting here very uncomfortable. I mean, I know this is often where? Australia?
Well, no, Wales.
Oh, Wales.
Yeah.
Oh, Australia was the fish thing.
Yes.
Okay. In Wales.
Yes.
I'm uncomfortable.
Well, if they can eat through a...
Rats the size of cats.
A cement wall.
Yikes.
Think what they could do to your ankle if you fell asleep and they got in.
That's like a full body shiver moment. Eek. Hey, you ran an ad for Sun Valley Landscaping not too long ago. Chaz and the crew's looking for some help at Sun Valley Landscaping as we get close to their busy season. Of course, they're in Ansley, a locally owned business that provides high-quality bedding plants and nursery stock. They're hiring to fill a position for a greenhouse nursery worker and a position for landscape helper. Some of the things you would be doing include planting plugs and bare root stock, watering, moving trays and baskets, sweeping and maintaining a clean workplace. You'd also be working as a cashier, helping customers and answering questions, moving and arranging nursery stock for retail, just some of the things that you'd be doing. This is Monday to Friday and some weekends during their peak season, so weekend availability would be big. Previous greenhouse nursery experience is a plus, but it's not necessary. But basic plant knowledge and an interest in plants is certainly a plus. Willingness to learn is a must. Good starting wage. Pay will be based on experience. If you're interested, contact Chaz at 308-325-7070. That's 325-7070. This is full-time or part-time seasonal help. So if you're interested, give them a call. Opening day for Sun Valley Landscaping is set for April 14th. So mark your calendars and make sure you follow them on Facebook for information on upcoming hanging basket and succulent classes.
Yes, and Chaz believes in quality. You won't find anything disappointing at Sun Valley Landscaping at Ansley. It's amazing. We'll probably not read all the school lunch menus. It's a little late for that, but we can pass along, because we have about 10 minutes for you to get your call in to the Prairie Pioneer Center for the meal today, which features hamburger gravy over biscuits, cauliflower, and mixed fruit. Call them at 872-6121, 872-6121. I know we do this a lot. We talk about this a lot because there's a concerned group of people out there, and rightfully so, about people's mental well-being here in this portion of Nebraska. It's a nationwide, it's a worldwide situation where we need to be open about mental health and address mental health issues, and this group didn't just sit around and talk about it, they did something about it.
Yes, so they've created a website that can be used as a resource of mental health providers in Custer County. The website is mhpcc.org. And now you will not only find an English version of that website, but a Spanish version as well is available by going to mhpcc.org. This group wants to raise awareness in regards to mental health. It's imperative. They want all of us and all of you to know that there is help out there. You don't have to do it alone. Not all mental health conditions can be cured, but they can be treated. So take the time to focus on yourself and check in on your mental health. Please reach out. You do not need to struggle alone. We all need to help end the stigma. Again, that website is mhpcc.org.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing that list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Bruning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at BruningBank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get started. Bruning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
Like our new jingle, Corporate Napa sent it to us. It's catchy, so we said, sure, we'll give it a try. But let's face it, we're rural Nebraskans, and corporate doesn't always know what we need out here. That's why we're glad to be WinQuest, a locally owned parts store that sells Napa parts. So we have the best of both worlds, a connection with a great company that sells quality parts, coupled with local ownership that still has the know-how to serve our customers like they deserve. When you're looking for the right parts, choose the right place. WinQuest, serving you since 1925. East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
I might be new to Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, but I'm no stranger to wanting to help people. Hi, I'm Tina, and I'd love to discuss your home, auto, farm, or commercial coverage. I have several great carriers to choose from, so stop on in or call for an appointment, and we'll work together on a free, no-obligation quote. If the cold and ice is holding you back, I'll come to you. I'm at 914 South D in Broken Bow, or give me a call at 308-872-6996. Nebraska Owners Insurance under the big red awning.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The B-52s at the Funplex. You know, I almost called you yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But then I decided, no, I'm not going to, because you just don't call up your neighbor with a task such as the one that I was attempting to do.
Oh, you needed help?
Yeah, but you just don't call your neighbor and ask him to come and help you move a couch from upstairs downstairs. That's kind of like,
I'd have been happy to do that.
Why don't you come over and help move a piano from the basement?
Oh,
you know.
Yeah.
I actually tried my darndest to do it myself. I thought I had a system where I could get that couch down the stairs and around the corner, but I couldn't quite get it through the second door by myself. So it was quite an interesting. Paul came over after baseball practice.
Well, that's good.
And Jeff Denson came over, and Max.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they work as a team because Jeff is the instructor.
I was going to say, let me guess. Jeff was the one that didn't do any lifting.
He made it clear, I don't go downstairs backwards. I went, okay.
Well, if Max was there, he probably just lifted up the couch by himself.
Well, it wasn't such a heavy couch. It was just tight. You know, you just couldn't. You had to have it just right.
Yeah, I had to swing it.
And honestly, Jeff Denson is fabulous. He says, yeah, move that a little over this, do this, that, and they follow. Okay, got it. And they went right down.
Nice.
So I didn't want to bother you, and I know since you're having a party and everything.
They would have been, they were a lot more help than I probably would have been.
Well, you would have been fine help, but I don't want to infringe on your private time on a Sunday, coming over here, because I want to save that for the party. This just in, Brent's place is the place it should be, but Dave should pay all the expenses.
Okay.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Global financial markets are mixed as investors weigh the implications of UBS taking over its rival Credit Suisse. Market analyst Art Hogan.
I think the market has seen the pace at which the government has stepped in to stabilize the ship here.
A new UN report puts humanity on thin ice, warning Earth will hit a critical warming threshold by the early 2030s if countries around the world don't make an immediate and drastic shift away from fossil fuels to prevent dangerous overheating. China's president arrives in Moscow for meetings with Vladimir Putin, days after an international warrant for his arrest over crimes in Ukraine. CBS's Vicki Barker.
Speaking as Xi's plane was touching down in Moscow, the Chinese Foreign Ministry said the International Criminal Court should respect the fact that a head of state is immune from prosecution. In fact, the ICC doesn't recognize that immunity, though a number of member countries do.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
At the NCAA tournament, Gonzaga emerged past TCU 84-81 as Drew Timme scored 28 points. Miami pulled away from Indiana 85-61. Fairleigh Dickinson's Cinderella run ended at the hands of Florida Atlantic 78-70. In the women's tournament, 8-seed Ole Miss upset top seed Stanford on their home floor 54-49. Stanford is the first 1-seed to not reach the Sweet 16 since 2009. In the NBA, Austin Reeves scored 35 points to lead the Lakers past the Magic, 111-105. Clippers handled the Blazers 117-102, 29 for Paul George. The Bucks are now 51-20 overall after a 118-111 win over the Raptors. Milwaukee 2.5 games up on the Celtics and the Sixers for the best record in the East. And at the World Baseball Classic, Team USA is headed to the final after a 14-2 win over Cuba on Sunday.
Here's your weatherology forecast. High temperatures approaching 50 degrees for today will see gradually increasing cloud cover. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy skies will drop back to a low of 28. For Tuesday, cloudy, a slight chance for a shower there with highs up to 52. For Wednesday, a slight chance for a light rain snow mixture late in the day with highs easing back into the middle part of the 40s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, has the offerings you're looking for this winter to prepare for next year. As you know, every season brings new focuses. Here are theirs right now. Specials on driveline conversions, sprinkler packages, and winter maintenance specials, to name a few. If you've worked with Custer Electric and Irrigation in the past, you know that they want to get you taken care of the right way at the best price possible. They encourage you to get the work you need done scheduled as soon as possible because prices are rapidly increasing for a lot of supplies. Plus, that schedule book can only get so full. Don't forget licensed electrical work you might need done too on ag, commercial, and residential applications. Ask for a free quote. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer in Broken Bow, serving the whole area with electrical, agricultural, and commercial services. Call today at 872-7786. Follow them on Facebook or visit custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
9:04, 27 degrees outside. We'll call it partly sunny. Wind still out of the north, but not too bad. 5 to 10 miles per hour right now. And a big thank you to Custer Electric and Irrigation for making weather and news possible at 9 here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Here's Brent Apperson with some more information, and it's all fact. No fibbing, just fact on the Breakfast Show.
Indeed. Hey, it's important to insure your home, your family, and your possessions, but if you're in business, Universal Insurance wants to remind you how important it is to insure your business correctly. Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow about getting the right coverage for your business. They have a wide knowledge base and catalog of information to help you, from HR to OSHA availability to other features that will play a key role in your business success on the insurance side. Talk to Universal Insurance in Broken Bow today. Call 872-6438, or you can visit them at 940 South E Street in Broken Bow.
All right. Thank you, Brent. Thank you very much. We'll be making a phone call to the Lexington Chamber of Commerce yet this half hour and visiting about a very fun event called the Migration Fest. And we'll also be giving away that $25 gift card to Mills Hardware in Arnold, Nebraska. And I guess, we're kind of used to you promoting sports about this time of the morning. I guess the one thing that we can promote is that if possible, you'll have the Lady Huskers on their next tournament game, but we don't know when that is for sure yet.
Yeah, we will cover Nebraska women's basketball the rest of the way. Okay. So whenever they play, we'll air it for you, but we don't know when yet. They'll play the winner of tonight's game between Missouri and Kansas, and then they'll make a determination as to when and where that will be played, but we'll broadcast it for you whenever that is on KBBN Radio. We can let you know that coming up next week, we're going to start with the Broken Bow High School track report. We're going to do that again for you this year, as we'll be keeping you up to date with the happenings of the Broken Bow track and field athletes. They are scheduled to begin their season this week at the Aurora Invite later in the week. So we'll plan to start the Broken Bow weekly track report for you next week. That'll air on Tuesday during the noon sports on KCNI 1280 AM and 96.3 FM. And then as we go later into the season, we'll be going to some of the larger area track meets and reporting live from those. We'll plan to be in Arnold again for the South Loop Track and Field Invitational in early April. And then in mid-April, we'll plan to be live in Burwell for you again this year to have coverage of the Burwell Track and Field Invite. And then, of course, we'll be live at the MNAC Track and Field Championships later in the season. And then we'll cover districts and state for you as well. So some track coverage coming your way as we progress through the season.
You did have some sports information to pass along. We'll take a time out when we come back, kind of in the mood after having the Mescal Brothers on for a little Marty Stewart, kind of that rockabilly country sound. And during that song, we're going to see if we can connect with the Lexington Area Chamber of Commerce and talk about the Migration Fest. That's all coming up.
They're all the rage. Bardominiums, Schauses, whatever you call them. Ansley Lumber and Supply offers everything you need to construct your own pole building, post frame building, or barn. They have exclusive access to interactive visualizers, 3D designers, and a price estimator. This means you know what your project will look like and approximately what it will cost. The best part? The whole complete package can be dropped to your site with everything you need. Get your dream home started on Main Street in Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply.
The Callaway Good Life Center offers a facility with the comforts of home. Services include skilled nursing care, long-term care, respite care, and more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like, 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
9 minutes past the hour, and we'll get to Marty Stewart a little later on because we got hooked up really quick with the Lexington Chamber of Commerce, which is a good thing because we want to talk plenty about the upcoming Migration Fest, and we have Heather on the line with us. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning.
How are you doing on this first day of spring?
Hey, it's beautiful. I hope that we're done with winter and no more snow.
Amen to that.
Brent Apperson is with me. You just heard him. We're excited to have you kind of give us some details. We've been talking about the Migration Fest for a few days now, but I know you can give the folks out there, our listeners, the details as to what they'll find when they come to this event, which, if I understand correctly, is this Saturday.
That is correct. It's this Saturday at Max Creek Winery. The event starts at noon and will be done at 5. We have 6 participating breweries, wineries, and distilleries with us this year. Last year we had 4, so this year we've added a couple more. We have Canyon Lakes coming, Kincaidor. Of course, Max Creek will be there because that's where the event is held. Mm-hmm. The Upper Room Brewery, Powell's Brewery, and Feather River Winery out of North Platte.
All right.
We will also have a food truck on site. Sam Q Catering and Barbecuing out of Kearney will be there. And then we have our local coffee shop here, Madeline's Cafe and Bakery, that will also be there with food and desserts available for purchase during the event.
All right, and I don't want to question you on this event, but I am a little concerned about the ticket price because that's crazy reasonable for all the things you just mentioned.
Yes, it is. $20 will get you in the door, and you get a glass. You will get 10 tickets to go around and taste 10 different brews or wineries, cideries, whatever you're wanting to taste that day. But the barbecue and Madeline's Cafe, the food and desserts are available for purchase separately. Mm-hmm. That does not include in the $20 ticket price.
Sure, that makes sense. I mean, even at that, that's a great deal, great entertainment value. Right now you just mentioned, well, we're hoping that spring has sprung and we're not going to have any more weather, snowy weather and winter type weather, but we know we're going to have some. The forecast looks pretty good on Saturday, and I think we all just need an outing, just some place to go and do something different, and this certainly offers that, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely, and it is held inside. Max Creek this last year has added on a huge deck that is all enclosed and heated as well, so we're prepared just in case the weather's a little cool. It was a little cool last year, but again, it's all held inside, and we also do have music that day. That's another thing with your $20 ticket purchase. Formerly 3 from here in Lexington, they will be also there playing music.
All right, so you have all of that happening from 12 noon to 5 p.m. You can be, it sounds like you'll be inside if needed. I suppose just depends on the weather this time of year. Likely you'll be inside. It's so great you have that now.
Yes.
Yeah. Brent may have a question or two.
Heather, I'm curious, what year is this for the Migration Fest?
This is actually the second year.
This is the second year.
It was going to happen in 2020, and of course, we all know what happened in 2020, and then we didn't have it in 2021. So last year was the first year, and then this year, of course, is our second, and we're hoping to double the participants. Last year we had about 175 people, anywhere from Norton, Kansas, up in the Sandhills. There was a lot of new faces and stuff to the area, so that was great, and even captured some people that were in town or in Nebraska actually, in the peak of the crane migration season. So yes, we hope to just continue to grow this event.
Great.
Yeah, it's a great idea with the migration of the birds and just the springtime. Is there only so many tickets that are going to be sold? Do they need to get them in advance?
Not this year. I know last year, like I said, we had about 175. I mean, at some point we may have to, cap the guests depending on the occupancy out at Max at some point. You can purchase them in advance on our Facebook page, the Lex Chamber Facebook page through Eventbrite here at the Chamber office, or you can purchase them at the door as well.
All right. Boy, that sounds like a lot of fun and a nice change of pace from what we've been doing. And you've got all those great breweries and wineries coming in more than last year. And everybody, I think, is familiar with most of these, so you already know it's going to be great. Is there anything you wanted to add that we didn't ask you about, Heather?
I just want to thank the sponsors. We have Platte Valley Auto and Heartland Chevy and Buick and Lexington Regional, and of course the Lexington Visitors Bureau that support and help sponsor this event so we can make this happen.
Okay. And if anybody out there has questions, I've got your chamber number. Is that a good place to call if they have, a question or two?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. Thanks for taking time to talk to us today. Great idea. I think over the years this is going to be something that grows and grows, so I know that's exciting for you folks.
Absolutely. We are super excited.
All right, Heather, thanks a lot for talking to us on The Breakfast Show. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yep.
Have a good day.
Yep, take care. All right, that sounds like fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Music, barbecue, a little wine if you like. I'd like to see the facility they've added on as well. And you could go down and take in some of the cranes and then swing on up, go down there in the morning and, go along I-80. You'll find them down there this time of year. Maybe get off on a side road that's safe and view that, and then go in and take in the afternoon from 12 noon until 5 p.m. at Max Creek Winery and Brewery, just this side of Lexington, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun. Thanks, Heather. Anything else that you would like to pass along there, Mr. Apperson?
Well, we can talk about Velma here quick from Circle V Stitch and Post in Broken Bow. As we move into this spring and summer season, maybe you want to put together some new shirts for your business so that your employees can spotlight it. She can put together some really neat things with her quality custom embroidery service, whether it be a shirt or a jacket or a hat. Velma carries only quality garments that will complement the stitching as well as look good. So stop by to take a look at her in-stock inventory. And she also offers the chance to take a feel and look at her wide variety of merchandise before you order and personalize, something you can't do when you look at something on the internet. So check it out. Velma at Circle V Stitch and Post. She's ready to get your creation started today. Just give her a call at 872-6173. You'll find Circle V just north of Broken Bow out on Paulson Road.
Brent, I don't know if you feel this way, and I talk to other people that sometimes this happens. It's part of life, but it's kind of embarrassing, and it's something that you can prevent, but then on the other hand, we just keep doing things like that over and over again, and that's where I'm at this morning. I wanted to apologize to you, even though you didn't really know what I did.
Okay.
I happened to get together, Joan and I got together with Kurt and Emily and the kids Friday for a nice St. Patty's Day supper.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Kurt fried up some fish, and the kids, I got to play with the kids and
good.
Spend some time, walk with the baby around, and it was fantastic. And
that's great.
And of course, when you have supper like that with somebody, you, as friends and neighbors, you take over a casserole and maybe some house a gift. Here's a bottle of bubbly or whatever, and we did that. And of course, Emily had baked up these wonderful different options for treats for before and after the supper, and she sent home with us some of those cookies with the chocolate stars on them.
Oh man, my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My favorite cookie in the whole world.
I know that. I know that's your favorite cookie, Brett.
Uh-huh.
And hard as I could try, I ate the last 3 this morning over in the other studio.
Last 3?
Yeah.
Really? You couldn't even save one to share. There were 3 of them. Now, if there were just 2, I kind of get that. But 3, I'm hurt.
I know.
Kind of thought
That's
maybe
what
you'd save one, but
I feel
that's
shame.
all right.
I feel shame.
Yeah. I guess something you'll have to live with.
They were really soft and.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I've had them before.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
Yeah, and just the first bite with the chocolate star.
Okay, you don't have to relive the experience for me.
With that first sip of coffee, oh my gosh, it was heavenly.
Yeah, I bet.
So I'm sure sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
I have to apologize for that.
Yeah, well, I hope you feel better.
I do now.
Okay.
Confession is a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm really glad you brought it up. If you just kept quiet about it, I wouldn't have thought a thing about it.
I know,
but now it's all I'm going to think about.
I know, but it would have been all I would have been thinking about all day if I wouldn't have told you and confessed about it. So, are we even?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, that Dobro sounds so good. Brent Apperson, I'm glad you've forgiven me for eating those 3-star cookies. Did you said you forgive me, didn't you?
I forgave you? Okay, whatever.
You said, hey, no problem, bro. Yeah. That was what I heard. Quiz Bowl tomorrow, as we mentioned, and we want to thank the Broken Bow Library, Palmer Monument, Custer Public Power District, Custer Federal State Bank, Square M Accounting, BD in Broken Bow, Nebraska State Bank, Central Nebraska Medical Center, Trotter Service and Trotter's Woe and Go, Callaway District Hospital with the medical clinics in Arnold and Callaway, WinQuest Incorporated, Mid-Plains Community College, The Grocery Cart, A1 Auto Repair, Mills Hardware, Legends Neighborhood Grill, Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique, Lashley's Land and Recreational Brokers, First State Insurance in Arnold, Moshka Building Center in Arcadia, and First Nebraska Bank and First Nebraska Bank Insurance Group, all making the Quiz Bowl broadcast possible tomorrow.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. You have one more over there, Brent?
Yeah, you mentioned in your list there Mid-Plains Community College. They currently have a job opening. The Broken Bow campus is accepting applications now for a full-time administrative assistant. Responsibilities would include, but are not limited to, general office duties, use of social media for communication and promotional purposes, troubleshooting technology, assisting students and instructors, processing payments, specific community education program development, traveling to other college campus locations as needed, and assisting the campus administrator. Great benefits package, good starting wage, looking for someone with strong written and verbal communication skills, proficiency in MS Word, Outlook, and Excel, basic understanding of higher education and course delivery methods, just to name a few of the requirements. Now, they do ask that you have, at a minimum, an associate's degree for this position. To apply, application packets must be received by March 27th. Applications will be accepted until the position is filled. Send a letter of interest, current resume, and unofficial transcripts, and a completed MPCC application form, which you can find by going to their website, mpcc.edu. And to find out more about this position, how you can apply, and everything you need to do, we encourage you to go to sandhillsexpress.com, click on the employment page.
Thank you, Brent. Let's talk about Mills Hardware in Arnold. Now, people who like tools and know how to use tools and want to learn how to use tools are all better off having good quality tools, right? Ones that won't break down, one that will do the job and have the power you need and the accessories you need, and the list goes on and on. And Mills Hardware, your locally owned business, family business in Arnold, sell a variety of different products, and they are the area's top Milwaukee dealer, which is a high-quality brand name. Their display is now, get this, 350 feet long.
Wow.
All of tools, 3 aisles of Milwaukee tools and toolboxes that lead the industry in durability and performance. So make sure you stop in and check it out. People drive from near and far because of that display, and they have just about everything that you'll need. And then the store itself, my goodness, you walk in and you'll just be amazed. It's well stocked with everything you would imagine that a hardware store would have. Plus they sell feed and some lumber supplies as well. I think they even have some tanks and different things that they have on display outside. So they are dedicated to making sure you're happy. Mills Hardware in Arnold open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6, all 6 of those days. So we're going to be giving away the $25 gift card. And it's going to be for anybody and everybody out there, and I think the demand is going to be high, so we're going to take the 4th caller.
All right.
4th caller at 872-2801. Be caller number 4 and win the $25 gift card to Mills Hardware in Arnold. Start calling now.
The weeds are coming! The weeds are coming!
Hey, Paul Revere!
This whole midnight ride thing is getting really...
But the HPPD-resistant weeds are coming.
We've got Verdict herbicide.
Verdict herbicide?
Yeah, it's a non-HPPD corn pre-herbicide from BASF.
Oh, well then, get some sleep.
Yeah, will do.
The weeds are coming! Switch to Verdict herbicide! Always read and follow label directions!
Why? Just think about it. Why is the #1 selling brand of chainsaws not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot? We can give you over 10,000 reasons. That's how many authorized local steel dealers you can find across the country. Visit one and you'll find a range of dependable gas and battery-powered tools, from trimmers to blowers. And you'll find service from experienced professionals. Real STIHL. Find yours at stihlusa.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
When you're up in your sprayer, working your soybean fields, where are you looking? In front of you, so you don't roll into a ditch? To your sides, to see how the boom is doing? Over at your monitors? Down at your phone? Probably all those places. But there's one more place you should look. Straight ahead into the future. Because how you're farming now will affect how you're able to farm over the next few seasons. If you're only using one side of action, weeds will only become more and more resistant to your preferred chemistries. That's why, if you've made the smart decision to plant Enlist E3 soybeans, don't stop there. Protect them with Enlist herbicides. Their superior tank mix flexibility easily allows for multiple sites of action. Together, you're able to better protect your soybeans and manage resistance beyond this season. Visit Enlist.com to see what a better weed control system can bring to your fields, now and tomorrow.
And we have a winner. The fourth caller was Sherry, and she was excited. She now have a $25 gift card to go take to Mills Hardware in Arnold and have some shopping fun. We got everything covered here on the air this morning. And again, be sure and listen tomorrow, because we'll be giving away a gift card. Let me find the list here as we wind this week. Oh, am I eligible?
No. I'm happy to tell you no for once.
Johnson Hut and Fish.
Oh, nice. And Loop City.
Boy, talk about a nice selection of lures.
Yeah.
I'm not eligible?
No.
Can we change the rules?
No.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, see ya.